Hello students, today we will see about the exchange rate system. Students, many students feel difficulty in understanding the concepts under this exchange rate system. So today I hope I will clear all your doubts about this topic and I will make this topic very clear. Now, exchange rate system. So first, what is foreign exchange market? What is foreign exchange market? Students, what is market basically? Market is a place where you exchange your money with the goods. Yes or no? Yes. So what is a foreign exchange market? It is a place where you exchange your currency with the foreign currency. That means, for example, it is a place where you exchange your Indian rupee with US dollars and US dollars with the Indian rupee. So that is a foreign exchange market. It is also called as forex market. It is also called as forex market. Right. Next. So what is foreign exchange rate? What is foreign exchange rate? What is foreign exchange rate? It is the rate at which you exchange your currency with the foreign currency. Right. For example, let us take 50 rupees is equal to $1. 50 rupees is equal to $1. So what is the foreign exchange rate here? Rupees 50 per dollar. Rupees 50 for $1. That is the foreign exchange rate. Right. Third one. So what is the demand for foreign currency? What is the demand for foreign currency, students? Okay. Suppose, let us take, there are only two countries present in this world, India and USA. Okay. So I am going to take example of these two countries to explain this concept easily. Okay. So what is the demand for foreign currency? Foreign currency means, so here I will take dollars because I have taken USA only. So when there will be a demand for the US dollars, students, suppose if any Indian wanted to go to USA, he required dollars because when he went to USA, okay, if he purchases anything, whether it's a good or a service, he need to pay in terms of dollars only, right? Therefore, that creates demand for dollars. Next thing is, if the people in India want to import goods from the USA, you have to pay in terms of dollars only, right? Suppose if you are purchasing a laptop from USA, you can only purchase that laptop from USA by paying dollars only. That creates demand for the dollars, right? Next. Suppose if an Indian wanted to invest in an USA company, okay, he can only put dollars into that company. For example, if he want to purchase the shares of the company, he can purchase shares by giving dollars to that company only. So this will create demand for the foreign currency, demand for the dollars, right? So next is supply of foreign currency. Supply of foreign currency. Supply of foreign currency. So here foreign currency means I have taken dollars. So when there will be supply of dollars into the Indian economy, students, see here, suppose if exporters present in India want to export something to the USA, okay, suppose they want to export, let us say, oranges, what they will receive? they will receive dollars only. So this will create supply of dollars into the Indian economy. That is one point. Similarly, suppose if a person present in the USA want to invest in India, if he want to purchase shares from an Indian company, he will purchase those shares by giving rupees to the Indian company. But before that, okay, he will bring dollars to the India and will convert these dollars into Indian rupees. So that's how the dollars will flow into the Indian economies, right? So these are the ways in which, okay, there will be a supply of the dollars into the Indian economy. Fine. Students, basically there are three types of exchange rate systems. Okay, three types of exchange rate systems. So the first one is flexible exchange rate system. Flexible exchange rate system. Students, this is also called as floating exchange rate system. Floating exchange rate system. So in this system, the central bank will not intervene. The central bank do not intervene in this type of exchange rate system. Okay, so let us take an example here. Okay, suppose if 50 rupees is equal to $1 initially, let us say. Now the demand for the foreign goods increases. For example, demand for the foreign goods increases. So foreign means here USA. I have taken example USA. So if demand for the foreign goods increases, that means people of India wanted to import the goods from the USA, right? That means they have to pay in terms of dollars only, na? That means the demand for the dollars increases, right? That means the demand for the dollars increases, right? Now let us take an example. Suppose if there is an apple here, and the cost of apple is equal to 20 rupees, right? If the demand for the apple increases, so then its cost will become 25 rupees, yes or no? Yes. That means one apple is equal to 20 rupees. Now demand for apple increases, one apple is equal to 25 rupees, right? $1 is equal to 50 rupees. Now demand for dollar increases, therefore $1 will be equal to 70 rupees. Yes or no? Yes. So why this $1 became 75 rupees, students, here? This is because of increase in the demand for the dollars, right? Okay. So this one is called depreciation of Indian rupee. Depreciation of Indian rupee. Depreciation of Indian rupee. So let us take one more case here. Okay. Suppose let us take 50 rupees is equal to $1 initially, and demand for USA goods decreases. Demand for, okay, US goods decreases. Let us take for example. That means the demand for US dollars decreases. US dollars decreases. So when the demand for US dollars decreases, this 50 rupees is equal to $1. Now it may become 40 rupees is equal to $1. $1 because the demand for the dollars decreases, right? Okay, so this is called appreciation of Indian rupee. Appreciation of Indian rupee or appreciation of the domestic currency. Listen carefully here. So this is depreciation of Indian rupee. The meaning of this is the value of the Indian currency with respect to US currency, that is dollars, is decreased. Do not get confused here. Here the number is increased but its value is decreased, or I can say the value of the US dollar with respect to Indian rupee increases. Where? Here, depreciation of Indian rupee. Now, in this situation, okay, the value of the Indian rupee with respect to US dollar increases, or the value of the US dollar with respect to Indian rupee decreases. So, this is appreciation of the domestic currency or Indian rupee. Fine. So, under this flexible or floating exchange rate system, okay, the exchange rate is determined by the market forces of demand and supply. So here exchange rate is determined by the entirely determined by the market forces of demand and supply. Here the central bank will not intervene in the foreign exchange market and will not put this should be the exchange rate and that should be the exchange rate. That is not the case under the flexible exchange rate system. So I hope you understand the concept now. Right. So let us take the next one here. So the next one is fixed exchange rate system. See, this fixed exchange rate system is also called as pegged exchange rate system. So under this, the central bank will intervene in the forex market, and this central bank fixes the exchange rate. The central bank fixes the exchange rate here. So it is the fixed exchange rate system. Right. Okay. So let us take a case here. Suppose let us take initially 50 rupees is equal to $1. 50 rupees is equal to $1. Now government want to increase exports. When the government want to increase the exports, therefore it will fix the exchange rate, okay, to rupees 70 per $1. The government want to increase the exports, therefore the government fixes the exchange rate, or it changes the exchange rate from rupees 50 per $1 to rupees 70 per $1. So what is the intention of the government? How this is going to happen? Let us see here. Okay. Now, suppose as I told you initially, okay, exchange rate is rupees 50 per $1. Suppose an exporter is exporting 10 apples, and he is selling each apple for $1 in the USA. Therefore, how much he will get? He will get $10. Therefore, when he convert this $10 into Indian currency, okay, he is going to put in his pocket, so a total of 500 rupees. But when the government, okay, changes the exchange rate to this, okay, now he is going to get how much? 700 rupees. Yes or no? Yes. So the exporter is going to benefit it. So upon seeing this more money, the exporters are encouraged the exporters are encouraged to export more into the USA. Yes or no? Obviously yes, because now they are getting more money. They are encouraged to export more into the USA. So that's how the government fixes the exchange rate here. Fine. See students, obviously the exports will increase. Obviously the exports increases. See, when the exports increases, so when we export something, okay, the dollars will come into the India, yes or no? Yes. So therefore the supply of dollars into the Indian economy will increase. I think everybody will agree with me, yes or no? We are exporting, okay, we are going to sell that for dollars, that means dollars are coming into India. So the supply of dollars will increase. Students, see here, okay, so initially when this is the case, when 50 rupees is equal to $1, the demand for the dollars and the supply of the dollars both are equal, and rupees 50 is equal to $1, everything is fine. But now a disturbance caused. The supply of dollars increases, the demand it is still there, that means, so this supply of dollars is greater than demand for dollars. Supply of dollars is greater than demand for dollars. Okay, so therefore what the central bank will do is, okay, so I am rubbing this, right. So what the central bank will do is, so the central bank will suck out the excess dollars present in the foreign exchange market. How it will do this? The central bank will purchase the excess dollars by using rupees, okay, so from the foreign exchange market. Okay, right. So since I have taken an example of India and USA, I can write RBI as well in the place of the central bank. Okay, so RBI purchases, okay, dollars by using rupees, from forex market, because as the supply is more than the demand here, that excess dollars will be sucked out, okay, by the RBI. Now it has purchased dollars by using rupees. Now RBI will hold more dollars. The number of dollars present with the RBI increases. So here, what are forex reserves? See, RBI is the custodian of the forex reserves. So what are forex reserves? Under forex reserves, there are 4 types of, okay, reserves present. Okay, 4 types of things are there. The one is foreign currency. The second one is gold. The third one is special drawing rights. The fourth one is reserve tranche. So the first one is foreign currency. So when RBI holds dollars, that means RBI is getting dollars, its foreign currencies increases. Therefore, forex reserves increases. So because of this activity, forex reserves increases. Because under forex reserves, the first thing is foreign currency. Here foreign currency increases with the RBI, therefore the forex reserves increases here. Okay, fine. See, why RBI have done this? RBI have done this in order to increase the exports. What it has done? It has done this. So this is called devaluation of Indian rupee. This is called devaluation of Indian rupee, domestic currency. So here the value of the rupee with respect to US dollar decreases and the value of the US dollar with respect to rupee increases here. So the government intentionally decreased the value of the Indian rupee with respect to dollar. So that is called devaluation. So understand the difference between depreciation and devaluation. So depreciation, it is under the flexible market. Okay, the flexible exchange rate system entirely depends upon the market forces of demand and supply, but devaluation, okay, the government intentionally devalue the currency. It will decrease the value of the currency. So please understand the difference here. Okay, so that is one point. You understand the definition of the devaluation. Devaluation comes only under fixed exchange rate system. So when devaluation happens, what happens to the forex reserves, which is holding by the RBI? The forex reserves increases. Why forex reserves increases? Because under forex reserves, the first one is foreign currency. That foreign currency will increase, right? So Similarly, suppose initially if 50 rupees is equal to $1, and RBI, okay, makes this, okay, rupees 40 per dollar. So this is called revaluation of Indian currency. Revaluation. So understand, okay, the difference between revaluation and appreciation. Appreciation comes under the flexible exchange rate system. Revaluation comes under the fixed exchange rate system. Under a flexible exchange rate system, that is appreciation, it entirely depends upon the market forces of demand and supply. But this revaluation, the central government, or we can say the central bank, that is RBI, intentionally revaluate the Indian currency. So this is revaluation. So when this revaluation happens, what is going to happen? Suppose, let us take here, okay, a person in India, who I will call an importer, okay, so imports 10 apples from the USA, and one apple cost is equal to $1. Therefore, this importer will pay, okay, $10, okay, to the person in USA. Right. Suppose if the exchange rate system is rupees 50 is equal to $1, that means he is actually paying how much? 500 rupees for 10 apples. Suppose if the exchange rate is this one, okay, for the same 10 apples, this importer now pays how much? He will pay only $400 rupees. He will pay only 400 rupees to get the 10 apples. So he is very happy now. The importers are very happy now. When the revaluation happens. So when the devaluation happens, who are happy? The exporters are very happy. Now come to this topic. So the importers are very happy. So they may purchase 2 more apples from the USA. They may import 2 more apples from the USA. Obviously. So therefore, the imports will increase. So the imports will increase. So imports increases means, isn't it, the demand for the dollar increases? Because when you are importing something from the USA, you have to pay in terms of dollars only. So when the imports increases means there is more and more demand for the dollars in the foreign exchange market. So earlier, when the exchange rate is this one, okay, the demand for the dollars is equal to supply of the dollars, and the exchange rate is this one, and everything is fine. But now the demand increases. That means, so this demand is greater than the supply. The demand of dollars is greater than the supply of dollars. Okay. Supply of dollars. So now what will happen? Therefore, RBI will intervene. How? It will inject dollars into the foreign exchange market. Because RBI already has holding of dollars, na? Yes. So it will inject dollars into the foreign exchange market. Okay. It will inject, or I can say it will sell dollars, okay, into the forex market, See, why RBI will do this? Okay, this is actually to maintain whatever the exchange rate it intended. To maintain, okay, rupees 40 is equal to $1. To maintain rupees 40 is equal to $1. That's why RBI will do this. Is this point clear? Okay. So when RBI do this, that is when it sell the dollars for rupees, okay, when it sell the dollars for rupees, isn't it, okay, the foreign currency holded by the RBI decreases. That means the forex reserves with the RBI decreases. Yes. So when the case is a revaluation, the forex reserves, decreases, right? So when the case is right, when the case is devaluation, okay, so what is happening to the forex reserves? Increases. So when the case is revaluation, okay, the forex reserves will decrease, and this revaluation and devaluation comes under pegged exchange rate system or the fixed exchange rate system. So these are basically the two types of exchange rate system, but there comes another exchange rate system, okay, so that is called the third one, managed float exchange rate system. Managed float exchange rate system. In fact, RBI or our India, okay, follows this one. So what is this? What is this managed float exchange rate system? This is also called as dirty float exchange rate system. Okay. So what is the meaning of this? Suppose, see here, if initially 70 rupees, okay, is equal to $1, okay, so RBI will allow this exchange rate to float freely up to certain limits only. That means RBI can allow this exchange rate, I am just taking an example, to become 72 or to become 68. Up to this RBI will allow. That means up to this there will be a flexible exchange rate system. That means up to this the exchange rate will be determined by the market forces of demand and supply. But when the exchange rate, okay, tries to go beyond this 72 and tries to go beyond this 68, then RBI will intervene. See, if RBI intervenes, so what is that one? That one will be fixed exchange rate system, na? Yes. Okay, then RBI will intervene and tries to make the exchange rate to settle between these two limits only, right? Okay, to settle between these two limits only. That means, so under this system, it has characteristics of both flexible or floating exchange rate system and fixed or pegged exchange rate system. Yes or no? Yes. So this is the exchange rate system followed by the most of the countries, including India. Okay. Now, see, so RBI intervenes, and how RBI will maintain the exchange rate between these two limits only? By selling and purchasing the foreign currency. In this example, by selling and purchasing the dollars only, na? Yes. Suppose if the exchange rate tries to go beyond this, RBI sells dollars for Indian rupee. RBI sells dollars for Indian rupee. Okay. Suppose if the exchange rate goes beyond this, okay, so RBI purchases dollars by using Indian rupees. by using Indian rupee. Right. So this is how RBI manages the exchange rate system. So this is the actual exchange rate mechanism that is followed by the RBI. Right.